All right, so this is real. This is not AI video. This was not generated by ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or any of these tools. Tanks are rolling through the streets of Washington, D.C. ahead of the military parade Saturday that just so happens to fall on Donald Trump's 79th birthday. And if this sounds and looks like something you would expect in Russia or in North Korea or Iran, that's because it is. Take a look at this. Take a listen to this. Tanks rolling. Yeah. Okay. So this event is technically being billed as a celebration of the Army's 250th anniversary. Fine. If we're honest, Trump is calling the shots here. He says it's going to be unforgettable. It's a full-blown state-sanctioned show of military force on Trump's birthday with 7,000 troops, tanks, 50 helicopters will be flooding Constitution Ave in D.C. So, of course, we have to ask, is this a tribute to the military, or is it really a glorified flex for an authoritarian, obsessed president who once said he envies how Kim Jong-un's generals stand at attention and just look like they are so enamored with their dear leader? Because none of this is new. Trump's been obsessed with military parades since watching Bastille Day in France back in 2017. He tried it in 2019, and now that he's back in power, the tanks are back. He's even threatening protesters ahead of the event, saying very big force is what they will be met with, even if they are engaging in the constitutionally protected activity of peaceful protest. And the worst part is we've seen this movie before. These are the kinds of propaganda spectacles that authoritarian leaders use to crush dissent, to project dominance, and to make people afraid. You put tanks in the streets. You put soldiers in formation, a formation, goose stepping around. You do the flyovers over the Capitol. It's not to defend the country. It's to celebrate the leader. Look at how strong he must be if he was able to put this together, and look at the loyalty he commands if he was able to do this. If you need any proof that this is all about Trump, look at who's skipping it. Most Republicans. The Daily Beast is reporting that only 7 of 50 Republican senators are showing up. Even they know that this looks very, very bad, and this is going to be very expensive. This is tens of millions of dollars. And then another aspect, I don't know how many people know this, but when these heavy tanks go on normal streets, it really screws up the streets. And then you've got to pay to fix the streets. So in summary, Trump stages a birthday military parade, threatens protesters, rolls tanks in D.C., treats the 250th anniversary of the Army as a sort of like a personal coronation. And we're supposed to pretend it's normal. We're not supposed to protest. We're not supposed to complain. We're supposed to attend with our MAGA hats and cheer the whole thing. It should freak you out. It is, look at history. And it's a tragedy that so often during this presidency, we have to look at the 20th century's authoritarian strongmen for examples of what we are seeing now. In the Soviet Union, massive parades in Red Square were the way to showcase power and instill fear. They had tanks, they had missiles, they had the goose-stepping soldiers in front of the Kremlin as the world watched. You go from Russia to North Korea. Kim Jong-un, known for staging these elaborate military displays every single year to signal strength to his own people. I guess he wants to signal strength to the outside world. It's really only effective on his own people. And then, of course, demanding loyalty. That's always what's implied. You go back to Saddam Hussein's Iraq, where there were frequently similar shows of force with troops and weapons serving as props for the speeches centered on the personal glory of Saddam and defying the West and how much the U.S. sucks and all of that. What all of these displays have in common is that they're not about patriotism fundamentally. When Russia does this, it doesn't bring out the patriotism of the Russian people. When Kim Jong-un does it, it's not about showcasing how devoted to North Korea the people really are. It's about serving the man, scaring people, and leader worship, and blurring the line between patriotism and fear. So Saturday is not going to be about honoring the military in reality. It's all about Trump projecting his power. And it's not democracy, it's the propaganda playbook of authoritarians. But the good news, as we talked about in the first segment, is that I believe we are going to see on Saturday the biggest protests, certainly of Donald Trump's second term, but I believe of Donald Trump's entire presidency. I hope that you will be participating. Let me know at info@davidpakman.com if you will.